Hello, this is Jim Copple with the Legacy Project. We're obligated to protect each other. On April 19th, Attorney General Merrick Garland was in Oklahoma City to commemorate the anniversary of the Oklahoma City bombing carried out by Timothy McVeigh and Terry Nichols in 1995. 168 people were killed and over 800 people were hospitalized. While in Oklahoma, Garland went to Tulsa to visit the John Hope Franklin Memorial Park, where he commemorated or remembered what took place in Tulsa 100 years ago on May 31st and June 1st, where the Greenwood Massacre took place. The massacre targeted black business owners and homes in the Greenwood district of Tulsa. 800 people were hospitalized, 183 people seriously injured, and 36 people were killed, and over 10,000 people were left homeless. It was with that history in mind that Garland uttered the phrase, "We're obligated to protect each other." How do we do that, and what does that look like? The first thing is, I believe we create proximity. We must move out of our silos and gated communities and come alongside neighbors from different religions, people whose skin color is different from ours, and people whose political views are different. We must create this proximity, coming alongside people, being available to them. The second thing is to look at people through the lens of protection, to protect their words, their humanity, their faith, their journey, and their right to life. We may be different, but there is my obligation to protect you. Third is the word obligation, embedded in duty, expressed often through service, but more than anything, it is in seeing the other. I mean really seeing the other. The word obligation is derived from the Latin phrase or word obligationem, or the nominative obligatio, and engaging or pledging, literally binding, with emphasis on the words pledging or engaging. That's where obligation is rooted, and it's where it's anchored. We have an obligation to protect each other. What if we truly unpacked that phrase and rebuilt our communities around this mutual obligation to protect? It would have an impact on policing, on housing, on health, on how we see each other. It is easy for me to say I will protect my children or my grandchildren. Am I really ready to provide that same protection to my neighbor or to people, to humanity in general, that looks and thinks differently from me? We're obligated, or we have this obligation to protect each other. I think Garland had it right. Are we prepared to take up that mantle of responsibility and that mantle of obligation to serve our neighbor? This is Jim Copple for the Legacy Project.